really, it was a very nice award and a nice surprise. I actually think of it more as a we award, not a me award, especially with the work I've done with the Phoenix, with MCU, and with the Yarmouth Colts. All three groups really have a lot in common. They're all about development and player development, and they're about developing good kids first, who then hopefully will also be good soccer players. But the development piece is really key. I liked what GPS has brought to Maine with their coaching development and their player development, and they have the priorities really right in line with a lot of clubs like Yarmouth Colts. Our goals have never been about winning. They've been about getting our teams to improve and play their best. And when you do that, the winning often takes care of itself. And that's why I think I've been fortunate to be involved in those clubs. And I think I've benefited from being in those clubs far more than those clubs have benefited from me. So really the award is just a reflection, I think, of the people that we've been able to surround ourselves with in the Colts, as well as with our GPS staff. When my oldest daughter Maria, 21, was about 11 years old, Todd Whitcomb and Dave Halligan, who founded MCU, approached me about coaching a girls team. At that time, I switched over to coaching the Yarmouth boys, and was still coaching my daughter's PESA youth team, her U8 team, her U9 team, her U10 team, and all the way up. And she wanted to play a little more indoor soccer and start with some premier level soccer. So I started with Todd and Dave, which was then MCU. And then 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, when the Phoenix came to Maine and combined with us, we continued on with them. So since then, I've always coached two teams, usually two boys teams, since my daughter aged out. And now this year I get to go back and coach one of my other daughter's teams at U9, Maya, as well as still have a hand in some U14 boys teams. Well, I think as a player, I learned more from being an athlete in high school and in college than any course I ever took. So when I knew I wanted to become a teacher and coach, I just remembered back to all the lessons that I learned and wanted to make sure that I had a chance to share some of those. And especially, when I was in high school, soccer in Maine was still growing back in the 80s, and there was not the chance to play Premier and play year-round. But I still learned a ton from my then high school coach, Bill Moses at Deering High School, who was a phenomenal teacher. And I was able to play for him for 4 years, and that really solidified what I wanted to do, the impact that he had on me. And then I went and played in college and got to play with people who had trained year-round and played year-round and from other countries. I realized what a gift it was to them and what a world game it was. So all the things I've learned by being a soccer player, I hope to also share with the kids. And it's just, again, more than I've ever learned in school. I learned from sports, and that's probably what I enjoy most, trying to share some of those lessons and teach kids that being a better athlete can make them be a better person. It can help them be a better person.